Yo, every word you speak is resonating. It's real. It's here. Okay. Yo, what's up, YouTube? 24K Goon Squad, what up? Back. Yo, Facebook, what up? Kristen, just seen that and really on point. Grand Rising, I think you're right. I missed the Chosen One Olympics. It's a crazy thing, man. Hey, you miss the excitement, the lifestyle. I get it, you know. You become addicted to it. But enjoy your peace. You know, we have to become addicted to a different type of excitement, right? It's just that you like to be, when you're in those modes, when you're having to go into uh, fight or flight, you kick into your hero mode. This is when, in the Chosen Ones, your power is most potent when you're locked into a situation where you're in fight or flight. This is why a lot of you, y'all don't know it, but when you get into that fight or flight mode, your body responds in different ways. Um, Grand Rising, shout out to everybody that's coming in. Good morning, if that's what you prefer. As long as you know the word, man. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all about me, yo. I'm not really that guy that's trying to say everything correctly. I'm not going to tell you don't say good morning because it means good and more. I don't give a fuck about shit like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, all I care about is playing this game called life, and seeing through the layers of this game we like to call life, right? So if I say good morning to you, I ain't fucking morning, man. I'm just saying the matrix term, right? Which have already are fully aware of the things that come out of our mouths hold weight. So if you know, then you can say whatever the fuck you want to say in this reality, right? I just be talking, man. Like I might say DNA. A lot of y'all be on that DEA shit. You know what I'm saying? No, we got DEA. Like, nigga, you know what the fuck I'm talking about, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that shit too, but I'm not an English teacher, you know? If we know what the fuck we talking about, we know what we talking about. Yo, what's up with y'all, man? What's good? Man, chat, what's up, yo? 111's in the chat if you're in gratitude for being here today. 111's in the chat if you're in gratitude for having another chance to fix this thing. 111's in the chat if you're here. What's up? Yo, I hope everybody's feeling good this morning. It's a beautiful Tuesday. We got a lot of shit to do. It's life. And we're trying to master it. Being a human being is not easy. Because you're not a human being. You're a spiritual entity trying to master this physical reality. Think about that. You're really you're controlling this body, right? And let me make you see it, right? We always speak about this body being technology, and you have to learn how to control it. And see, when you understand why we have to incarnate in human form, it starts to make all the sense. You start to understand this shit and understand why being a human is the next step and why you have to come back and master this shit. And if you don't master it, certain things you're going to have to do. You got to control your emotions. You got to control your urges. This life, this technology is the ultimate control by itself. Now imagine your spiritual entity trying to master the physical by incarnating as a human being, but then you got all these distractions. You got to go pay bills. You got to go to this 9 to 5. No wonder people suck. No wonder it feels like sometimes the world is filled with more shitty people. You can't blame them. The shit already ain't easy. And then on top of being distracted, on top of going through all the things that you go through on an everyday basis, man. So, chosen one, you got to understand, bro. You got to lock in. Sis, you got to lock in, sis. It's time to work on you. Now, guys, today we're going to be talking about the spiritual war. All right. We're going to be talking about why you got all these distractions, why you have all these things pulling at your energy. And we're going to talk about that this morning, or this rising, excuse my language, to all you spiritual English teachers out there. But yeah, we about to talk about this shit. So I need y'all to understand that the Matrix it's done changed around a little bit. This was once a place where souls came to experience physical life, but it was paradise, basically. There was no rules. You did what you wanted to do, and you had you knew who you were. You knew what you were. But something's changed, and we're gonna talk about it. Right? Somebody said minds, not souls. If you feel like that's your truth, that's your truth. At the end of the day, this is about consciousness. Whether you call it a soul, a mind, or consciousness, or whatever, you know what I'm talking about, man. You know? So let's talk about this thing, right? First, before we dive in, I want to say a couple things to y'all. Y'all know how I do it. First off, I want to say if you're here today, it is not by chance. Welcome, right? You're tapped in. I'm not being arrogant when I say this, right? And take this literal, but consider yourself one of the ones if you found this information and you can process this information. Now, the things that I speak on and the things that I'm going to speak on in this live, they're going to bring you to what's called soul recognition or soul remembrance. These memories are indebted in your genetic code. So as I speak, you shall start remember, right? Oh, maybe I said that wrong. As I speak, you will start to remember. You will start remembering shit. Yo, listen, we not gonna focus on the hate. We not gonna focus on the ops. This is spiritual war though, right? You understand we're in spiritual war. Every day you wake up, it's a fight. I want to say to my true supporters in here, the ones that have been supporting me through the ups and downs, through all the bans, all the page resets. I love y'all. Thank you. Thank you for connecting with me and sticking with me. To my new people, yo, you ain't find this live by chance, man. You're tapped in. Life's been wacky for a little bit, right? Life has probably been a little wacky for you. But it's cool. We're going to understand this thing and just know you're not alone. Everything that you're going through, it's a part of a spiritual walk called Christ consciousness. And we all walk through these betrayals, these trials, these tests. We all go through it, not just you. And I know you might be like going through some hard shit right now, but I promise you, you ain't up this morning, early this morning, and you ain't find this by chance. It's meant for you to hear it. This is not a place of division, guys. All right. Yes, I am a black man. Right? But this is not a place of race. This is a place of consciousness. And if you can understand this information, if you can process this lingo, it is for you. Simply put, right? It's not a place of division. My race better than yours. Your race did that. My race did this. It's not that. All right. As you can see, there's literally an agenda that they're pushing. They want us separated. They want us segregated. They want us at odds. And we got to see that for what it is. And recognizing and going against that gives us a power that I don't think people really understand how strong it is. We got to realize we are all one. Yes, we are in the physical, but this battle is spiritual. And the only way that we're going to win in this thing is by understanding just because you're white and I'm black doesn't mean we're not one and the same. Because it's not about the flesh. This is only your key into the 3D. All right, chat. All consciousness in the building. Tap in if you can, man. Let's pay attention. So, obviously, we're in this battle, right? We got lost souls that need to be awakened and need to remember. And we got the chosen ones, right? It's literally a fight for souls. This is what's happening right now. It's a fight for consciousness. Now, I don't know if you guys remember a couple years back, right? When Joe Biden was the president, he kept saying we're fighting for the soul of the nation. I promise you, that man was dropping jewels. He wasn't just talking. He kept saying that we're fighting for the soul of the nation. Y'all remember that shit? In fact, Joe Biden, his term was kind of weirdly, it was weird because he spoke on a lot of esoteric shit if you really paid attention to him, right? He said something about 9 ether beings and all types of shit, right? So Joe Biden was talking. He was talking and shit. But he wasn't lying. It's a fight for the soul. That's what we in, man. We in a battle. This is a spiritual war. And every day that you wake up and you walk outside, if you're not aware of this spiritual battle, man, it can get you. So your awareness is like armor. The more aware you are of what's going on around you, the more your armor can't be penetrated. The more easy it is for you to fight this spiritual battle. And then you got to connect the dots. You got to know why you're even fighting it. Why are you even here? What's even happening? I promise you, this battle has been going on for as long as you can think. Now, yesterday, guys, we talked about the Matrix, right? How many of y'all understand we're in a simulation right now? 111 is in the chat. If you have full understanding that life is a simulation. Now, we talk about this often. We break it down. Later on today, around 3:30, we will be up here breaking down the natural law of the simulation. Right? I see a lot of y'all dropping 111s in the chat. So you understand that you're in the matrix. You're seeing the code. You understand that. And guys, listen, I'm going to tell you something. Somebody say, oh, man, if we're in a simulation, that means life not real. Guys, that's not what it means. If this is nature, what the fuck are you complaining about? You don't know nothing else. So the simulation is what it is. Like this, if this is human nature, it just is what it is. Why are you looking for something that you don't know nothing else about? Why are you trying to know, focus on what's in front of you? Right? Somebody said, which race of people have a soul? Bro, we just told you this ain't a place of my race and your race. If you can comprehend and understand this lingo, this is for you. I can't put it no other type of way, brother. You still don't get it. So, guys, this life is coded. Meaning things that are happening are not random. And when you become hyper aware of your life, this is when you began to control the things that happen in your life. Because right now, you're controlling things that happen in your life. You're just unaware of how you're controlling it. And shit get a little wacky. But we talk about that. Let's talk about this spiritual war, right? We're in a simulation. How does it boil down to war? So life is like this, right? This is a place that consciousness loves. The physical 3D earth, you know what's so good about it? Everybody and their mama want to be here. Everybody want earth. Everybody want to be on earth. And when you start to understand this is a simulation and you start to learn how to control your life, you'll start to realize you really love this shit. That's why you're here. You really wanted to be here. That's why you came into this motherfucker in the first place. Earth is a hot commodity in the conscious realms. Right? Now, guys, this was once a place where souls came and we used to understand that we were consciousness having a human or physical experience for the purpose of understanding and elevating as consciousness or expanding as consciousness. Basically, this is how we learn. Because as consciousness, we are limitless beings, meaning we don't die, we don't feel pain. We just, how else will we learn anything? How else will we elevate to the next level as limitless beings? We have to come into a reality where we can experience limitation. You know, you ever sometimes, right? Hold on. This man is a jackass. Shut the fuck up, bro. You ever sometimes, right? Uh you ever just sit and feel like, yo, why I gotta walk around all the time? Why the fuck I can't fly? I remember as a teenager or a kid, I used to be like, damn, bro, why the fuck just can't float over there to the refrigerator or some shit? Right? Because what I didn't understand was I was still getting used to having all these limitations on me and I ain't even know it. So as a limitless being, we come into this simulation, right? Uh to expand. And we expand by going through limitations. Now, the thing is, our school was hijacked. Our world, our simulation, it was taken over. And that's why we're in this battle right now. We're literally battling for our simulation to take back our world. You got to know who your enemy is because your enemy ain't some white man in a White House. Your enemy ain't some secret dark society. It's deeper than that. Your enemy is an entity, a spiritual entity who can see and do anything. He will see everything that's going on around you, who controls people. Let's talk about this, right? Yeah, somebody said it, training gods. Yeah, you a god in training, basically, when you in this motherfucker. The next step is whatever you want. You gotta think about all the things that you're learning. You're learning how to control emotions, bro. That shit is hard. You're learning how to control your urges. You're learning how to face your fears. One day you may experience death. This is, you gotta understand the next step after a human. You know, I say this all the time, and somebody quote me on this, but I say this, and this is what I mean, right? Caterpillars go into cocoons and become butterflies. Consciousness incarnates as humans to become gods, or what you would think of as a god. right? So you're basically in like a cocoon state right now. You're going through metamorphosis, right? Yeah, somebody wrote in the chat. You're going through metamorphosis, basically, if you want to look at it like that. And all of these things that we face and we go through are designed, keyword, designed to make you elevate or ascend. You got to understand, this thing is by design. It has a code. All right, so let's talk about it, yo. How many of you have heard of Adam and Eve in here? Right? How many of you have heard of Adam and Eve? Bro, why you say I'm from the 1900s, bro? What do you mean? So, oh, he's playing. So Adam and Eve, right? What sticks out about Adam and Eve? What sticks out about Adam and Eve to you, man? When you hear the story of Adam and Eve, right? If we look at that story, they were created, right? Adam and Eve, the thing that sticks out to me about Adam and Eve in that story is that they didn't have to be babies. They came into the simulation as full-grown adults. Now, like I said, guys, what we're about to speak on is going to activate your soul memory. This information is embedded in your genetic code and subconsciousness. Once you are reminded of it, you're going to remember it. Some of you may even have flashes of preeminent battles. You'll remember this thing. All right? And that's cool. Now, Adam and Eve, they came into this reality as full-grown adults. Chosen one. Back in those times, when this simulation was free, we didn't have to be babies. We had no reason to be a child. We used to incarnate as full-grown adults. We used to incarnate as full-grown adults. Now, we understand Adam and Eve were not the first people, because who else was here? Lilith, the reptilian that gave Eve the apple. So there was other beings already moving around the simulation, moving around Earth. The real story of Adam and Eve is they were the last souls to incarnate as human adults before the reincarnation loop started to happen. All right? Before the reincarnation loop started to happen. Being a child is a part of the reincarnation loop. Think about this. Kids need help. They don't know anything. It's on us to program them and show them the way. Right? It's on parents to teach the kids everything. You gotta see the reincarnation loop right there. You gotta see how we could be stuck in programming right there. Right? You die, you come back as a kid. Your parents teach you the same thing that you just learned to keep you limited, and then you do it all over again. Right? Greetings. 111's in the chat if you can see it. 111's in the chat if you can see how the reincarnation loop started. So Adam and Eve were the last souls to incarnate as full-grown adults before the reincarnation loop started. So it's just a loop. The programming keeps you limited. When you leave, your conscience is wiped. You come back as a baby. Babies, kids are just reset consciousness. That's why they don't know shit anymore. Somebody said I'm remembering. If you remembering in the chat, man, if you're starting to have some visions or some remembrance, 111's in the chat. Somebody said I'm remembering. So Cortez, what's up? I see y'all dropping the ones. Let's keep talking, man. See, you gotta make it make sense, man. You gotta see this shit for what it is, bro. A lot of people can't see, but you know, you gotta use that eye, man. You gotta see it. So, babies started the reincarnation loop, but how? How did this happen? What event took place that made this happen? Archons. Archons hijacked the simulation. You ever seen all these movies they show you about aliens invading Earth? Man, this shit already been invaded. This shit was invaded eons ago. You've been a prisoner for war. Some of you have been prisoners of war. Now, I need you to understand, in order for us to even be talking about this information, you got to understand, in order for us to even remember what's happening, you have to understand that we have been winning in this battle. For us to be here right now, for me to be sitting in front of you and you to be hearing this, we have been winning. We are making ground in this spiritual war. Just 10 years ago, 20 years ago, motherfuckers was asleep. You had one or two people talking about certain things. So, the Archons, they hijack our simulation. Now, who are the Archons? A lot of people call them principalities. A lot of people call it demons, energy. But these are the entities who dwell in the conscious realm. They attack you through intrusive thoughts. They attack you through taking host in unaware people, people who are under substances, and they attack you by helping you fall into low frequency loops. All right, now these archons, these are low vibrational entities. What do they want? They want to feed on your energy. They want to feed on your soul. But the key to this thing is, in order for the archon to feed, you must be one, unaware. It's a parasite. The archon is a parasite. You must be one, unaware, and two, in low vibration. In low vibration. Now, somebody say, yo, Jay, okay, how can you prove it? Guys, the thing that you got to understand about this life, and what's going to make this life better for you, is when you realize that everything that's taking place in the spiritual realm is also taking place in the physical realm. It's a mirror. All right? So you have to learn how to look at the physical and understand what's going on in the spirit. Because the physical is a map of the spirit. How do we know? Right? Thank you. How do we know that we're in spiritual warfare? Because it don't matter how old you are. You could be 100 years old in the chat right now. You can be 5 years old. No matter how old you are, one thing that we all have in common is that we have never experienced a earth without some type of conflict or war. We're either going into war, coming out of war, or in full-fledged war. That's how this thing has been. That's how you've seen it. That's how it's been since you've been here. Right? There's always been a war going on. And that's because there's a war happening in the spirit realm. It's a mirror. Now, how do we know that these low vibrational entities have hijacked this reality and they need you unaware and in low vibration? Well, just look at the world. Chat, it's not normal that violence, sex, and all the bullshit that is promoted so freely. It's not normal that people praise being on demon time, being on bullshit, being shiesty. That shit ain't normal, bruh. The reason the world is in the state that it's in is because low vibrational entities have had control over this world for a very long time. But it's changing. So you got to understand, bro. When you look and you see, damn, man, it's so much sexy music. I can't even listen to the shit without thinking about fucking. When you look at, damn, it's so much bullshit on TV. I can't even watch TV without being manipulated, my mind feeling some type of way, or me thinking some bullshit. You'll understand why. You're in spiritual war. The TV, that's one of their weapons. Music, that's another weapon of theirs. And everything else that they push to keep you in these low vibrations. These are their weapons, chosen. They need you in a low vibration so they can feed on you. They need you going to these concerts so they can feed. They need you believing in the white versus black agenda so they can feed. They need you in low vibration, brother, sister, so they can feed off your fucking energy. You get what I'm saying? Now you're seeing it. This thing ain't physical, it's spiritual. You are a spiritual entity who chose to come into the physical to fight. And we're going to break that down. Chosen one, I need you to understand how powerful you are, brother. I need you to understand how powerful you are, sister. Everything that you've ever overcome in this life, see, you ain't know you was in a spiritual war the whole time. You just thought life was hard. Nah, life ain't hard, man. This shit ain't supposed to be like this, bro. We at war. We at war. This shit ain't supposed to be like this. This is war. Now, when the archons hijack our reality, souls tried to leave and some got stuck and they couldn't leave. And they've been reincarnated. This when their souls went through the portal, instead of coming out, they hit the light, came back. There was a fucking baby coming out in a hospital. Shit was crazy. I need y'all to also understand that there's nothing new under the sun. I need you to understand that all the history and everything that they show you is bullshit. Every time you come to Earth, it's literally like this. I need you to understand that. Same technology, same shit. I need you. I need you to realize that's why they tell you there's nothing new under the sun. This shit is literally like a map, like GTA. You got to see that. You got all that history and all that bullshit. That shit fake. All that us coming up from just a stone and a wheel and man, that shit is bullshit. This shit has always been the way that it is today. Same technology, same shit. Somebody said my grandma told me that at 8. When you come in to the simulation, these are the downloads that they give you to keep you asleep. It ain't real though. Thank you for that galaxy, my love. Now, when the archons hijack our reality, souls try to leave. They came back, waking up, being pulled out, fucking baby. Right? This is started the reincarnation loop. Being a baby is your consciousness wiped. That's why you're a baby. You look at kids, right? If you see a baby picture of me, you'll be like, damn, you still look exactly how you looked as a baby. Yeah, my consciousness was just wiped. I was a little ass baby. I had to, and guess how we grow? Through experience. Think about it. The more experience you got, the more you grow. There's 3 types of souls in this reality. right? And we're gonna talk about those. So, how do you fight the archons? How do you fight the archons? Right? This is how you fight the archons, chosen. See, your mind is like an atomic bomb. Your mind is a weapon of mass destruction for these motherfuckers. And that's why they programmed it. That's why they shut it off. Because if you ever gain access to your brain, to your mind again, you can fuck them up. And that's why this life keeps you distracted. That's why it pushes all these limiting beliefs, because they understand how the brain works. See, your enemy exists in the conscious realm. What is the conscious realm? That is the realm between spirit and earth. This is the field in which all thoughts are manifested in ideas, right? And this is also the field where the emotions come from. This is why they want to feed on your emotions, feed on your hate, your lust, right? They out there in that field. So the only way for us to even interact with these motherfuckers is to incarnate as a human being. That's why you're here right now as a human. You are to use your mind to starve and kill these bitches by having awareness that these bitches want to feed. By having awareness, right? Right? By having an awareness that the things that they put in the news are lies. They're trying to harvest your energy. We kill them. We rid the parasite in the conscious realm by protecting our energy. Protecting our energy. That is what kills them. Having awareness. You're starting to get it. That's why you had to be a human. Right? See, we used to be humans. We used to incarnate as humans because this shit was fun. This shit used to be fun, man. We used to do whatever we wanted to do. Going through portals, flying, building pyramids, all types of shit. This shit was like a whatever the fuck you want to do type of place. It was open world shit. We used to incarnate because it was fun. Now we incarnate. Now to even incarnate as a human being, you have to be a warrior. You can't even come to Earth right now if you are not a warrior. So I need you to understand, majority of you motherfuckers is fucking warriors. Y'all already I'm trying to tell you. You can't even come like this shit. We really at war, bro. Like we really in the battlefield. And we're here to exterminate these motherfuckers from the conscious realm. And we're doing it. Let me ask you something. What happens when you do a parasite cleanse and you kill the parasites, right? They start blowing up, right? When you start killing the parasites, them bitches blow up and they leave, they start acting all crazy and they blow up and they kill each other, right? Hold on. They kill each other, right? Look at the world. Look at the chaos that's going on. Do you understand that the chaos is a sign that we're winning? Do you understand that? How everybody mad at each other, all these nations mad at each other. They want to destroy each other. All this chaos shit that's going on in the world. But guess what? You ain't being affected by it. Chosen one. You ain't being affected by the chaos that you see. Ain't that crazy? It's because you've been caught up in that conscious rapture. You ain't even in those timelines. You can just watch it. You're just watching it. So That's why you a human, man, because you got to use your mind and awareness to kill these bitches. They got the world in a state of bullshit, but you got to be the one to see through it. And the more of us that wake up and understand that half of this shit that's doing, that more than half of this shit that's going on is fake and it's scripted for energy harvest, then you'll understand why the enemy constantly keeps putting shit in your TV, black on white this, white on black this. Why the enemy keeps constantly putting shit in your TV about kids being hurt, the war over there, and come on, man. Put that. She said, I got my armor on for sure. Put that armor on, and your awareness is armor. So now, when these archons took over our reality, right? Something happened. Souls stopped coming to Earth. When the archons took over this reality, source and all beings stopped coming here, right? And the souls that were here, they've been trapped. They've been reincarnating. Some of y'all been reincarnating for a minute. Your soul is exhausted. You've been doing this for a while. And this is why we're in this spiritual war, because we got to get our construct back. Why do we need this place back? Like I said, Earth is where soul consciousness comes to elevate or evolve. We don't evolve if we can't get our shit back. We stuck. And this is why we're here right now, because we have to expand. We need our school back. It's literally we're fighting for our fucking school on some Harry Potter shit. So let's tap in, man. Right? There's three types of souls here right now. Now, this is where a lot of the soul resonance is going to start kicking in. You got to see where you fit at in this whole thing. All right. Now, the first group, thank you, JB, I appreciate it. The first group of souls are called the sleeping giants. All right, sleeping giants. Now, who is a sleeping giant? First off, sleeping giants, I want you to know, you're going to remember, and some of you have already started to have these memories. You guys are the pharaohs, y'all are Cleopatras, the motherfucking queens and kings that have left. Like a lot of y'all be reading about yourselves. A lot of y'all are, are these gods that you've heard of. A lot of y'all are these people that all these stories about are the sleeping giants, bro. They've been reincarnating and reincarnating, and they've been living a lot of this shit. So if you ever resonated with being, you feel like, yo, I could have been Cleopatra in a past life, or I could have been Zeus, or, if you resonate with some shit, that's probably because you're going through your subconsciousness holds all of this shit. Right? So, hold on, chat. So, the sleeping giants, who are they? These are souls who were here before this reality was hijacked. Right? These are souls who was here before this reality was hijacked. They got caught up in it. And when this reality got hijacked, they start reincarnating and living all these different lives. Reincarnating. You've been trapped here and you've been reincarnating and living hella lives. You've been living hella lives. All right? Now, the sleeping giant is very powerful, but the sleeping giant has been asleep. The sleeping giant has forgotten that it is not a human, but it is the soul. The sleeping giant forgot. And so the sleeping giant been asleep, following the programming and reincarnating. Having your memories wiped. Every time you start over, everything is wiped. Now, as a sleeping giant, Every time you, how do you know if you're a sleeping giant? Let's talk about that. What makes you know that you're a sleeping giant? For one, you resonate with the feeling of Earth being like a prison. As a sleeping giant, something in you just feels like, man, I done did this shit before, man. You know what I'm saying? This shit feel like a prison. As a sleeping giant, it feels like a prison, right? That's one of the main ways that you know. And this is because your consciousness gets wiped every time you come into this, your conscious memory. But your subconscious, it holds on to every memory. It holds on to every old memory that you've ever lived. They can't wipe your subconscious. Right? The archons or the system, however they got it, it wipes your consciousness, but your subconsciousness holds on to every memory. And so in the back of your mind, you already know, man, I've been doing this shit for a long time. I've been doing this shit for a long time. How else do you know you're a sleeping giant? As a sleeping giant, your spiritual awakening, it costs you something. For you to get pulled out the matrix, you took a major loss. You either went through a divorce or your divorce was a spiritual thing. Yeah, you went through a divorce or you lost a kid or you ain't got your kids no more or your family, your mom, you lost your family, your mom turned her back or somebody, you took losses with your spiritual awakening. And this is because this reality, once you wake up, the things that hold you into this matrix, the illusions, they have to go. See, as a sleeping giant, you gotta understand, you've been feeding these archons, and I want someone, I can feel it. Someone is feeling a sense of relief hearing this. Because you know that you've been trapped. You know that you've been here. And hearing this is making you understand that you're free now. Because you know you've been trapped. You've always felt like, man, this shit is a punishment. This life shit is a punishment. Or this life shit is a prison. So now that you're understanding why you've always felt that, you can feel a sense of release, sense of freedom. Your spirit's back online. That's what's happening right now. Your spirit is coming back online. Your consciousness, your soul is remembering. Now, as a sleeping giant, you gotta understand, you've been feeding these archons for eons, man. They don't want to let you go. That's why when your spiritual awakening almost killed your ass. They were trying to reset you. They were trying to reset you. They won't try and let you. They was not trying to let you go. That's why everything started crumbling apart. You probably damn near got in a car accident, some crazy shit, anything. They were trying to reset your ass. The archons don't fight for what's not important. They don't want to fight. Remember, they're not fighters. They're little parasites. They need you unaware and sleep. They can't do nothing with you when you aware and you know what the fuck going on. Them bitches is some weak ass bitches. You gotta understand your enemy. Your enemy needs you sleep, dog. That motherfucker can't fuck with you when you awake. That's why you gotta know they fear you more than anything. The archons are a fucking joke. They're a parasite, man. You shit them out. Once you become aware, you start shitting them out. That's the type of enemy that you have. So you don't need to be walking around in fear or thinking that there's something bigger than you. That motherfucker needs your ass sleep. That's how weak they are. They had to keep you asleep and in handcuffs to whip your ass. That doesn't change the fact that that's a dangerous ass enemy. But they're not stronger than you. They need you sleeping unaware. And once you aware, they can't even fuck with you, man. It's a parasite. So they need to keep you asleep, man. And this is why when you woke up, shit started to go left. All types of crazy shit start happening. How else do you know you're a sleeping giant? Another way to know that you're a sleeping giant is it was hard. It was hard for you to, man, listen, it was hard for you to walk away from programming or from loops. Because let me explain this to you and what I mean. Like, it was hard for you to walk away from the religion, or it was hard for you to let go of a family relative relationship, or it was hard for you to walk away from these things, from the job, because as a sleeping giant, you've done so many human lifetimes that you are comfortable in human programming. You are comfortable in these religions. You are comfortable in the streets, in these gangs. You're comfortable at the job, at the 9 to 5. You're comfortable. You like a lot of times in your spiritual awakening, you don't want to run back to the church. You know, you're the type, you'll be sitting out and then something to hit you like, oh my God, I need to get back in church. I don't want to go to hell. It'll just hit you. Because you've done so many lifetimes, you're comfortable with the program. That shit feel like home. This ain't for everybody. This is for the sleeping giants, though. The sleeping giants gonna resonate with this. If you're not resonating with that feeling, you might fall into another category. There's two more other souls. But yeah, the gangs, the streets, these churches, these jobs, these religions, they feel like home to you, man. It's because you've been reincarnating and reincarnating and reincarnating. You've become conditioned to human programming and human conditioning. You love it. Another way to know that you're a sleeping giant is that nothing excites you. You went to New York, you went to Paris, you go anywhere for the first time, and when you get there, you're like, man, this it? You went to New York City for the first time, it was like, this ain't nothing I ain't been seen. And that's because you done seen this shit 100,000 times. You done did this shit, bro. You probably go to LA for the first time and just magically know how to drive around that bitch. Some take you one time and you start remembering the roads like you've been living there your whole life. First time in New York, you done hopped on a train and rode that bitch like you've been doing it your whole life. People like, yo, how the hell? I don't know. Shout out to the sleeping giants, man. Another way to know that you're a sleeping giant is that you have dreams of living in places, cities, homes that you've never experienced in this lifetime. You don't even know what that city is. You be having these weird dreams in cities, and you done had the dream more than once. And you like, man, what the fuck city is that? You're seeing your past lives. You're in your subconscious memory. That shit popping up. 111's in the chat if you feel like you might be a sleeping giant. 111's in the chat. Let's see what the sleeping giant said. Who woke up? We got the sleeping giants in the building. Shout out to the sleeping giants, man. I need you to understand this, chosen one. We need you. We need you, sleeping giant. Without you, we can't make the shift. And because you have woke up and remembered and started to remember who you are, there's a major shift that happens when the sleeping giants wake up. And you merge with the collective of souls who came here to wake you up. Shout out to the sleeping giants. You're back online and you're remembering who you are. And now it's time to take back your life. We can't do it without you. The next group, star seeds. Now, the only difference between the star seed and the sleeping giant is the circumstance in which you are here. Technically, everybody is a star seed. But the only difference between sleeping giants and star seeds is the circumstance in why you're here. Sleeping giants have been trapped here. They haven't had a choice. They've been reincarnating. The star seed, you chose to come back. Let's talk about it. Now, earlier, I said they not even letting other types of soul. You got to be a warrior spirit to get into Earth right now because we're in battle. If you're being born for the first time on Earth, you got to be a warrior spirit. This is war. Now, Starseed, I need you to understand this. You chose to come here. You're super powerful. You knew that you was gonna get a fucked up family. You knew that your life was gonna be attacked. This shit was gonna be hard. You knew that you was gonna be an outcast. You knew all of this shit. See, your enemies are not human beings. Your enemies are the entities that controlled this realm. So they knew who you was when you came in. Starseed, I need you to understand how much of a motherfucking badass you are because you knew that this shit was war. You knew you were dropping into ground zero, but you came. Who is the Starseed? The Starseeds are high vibrational entities that have chosen to incarnate in human form to come back to destroy the illusions that have been set up to keep souls trapped in sleep in the reincarnation loop. All right, as a star seed, you are a member of the Galactic Federation and the Galactic Army. All right, you are a member of that. You have authority. This is why you've been able to manipulate reality in your toughest situations by focusing and thinking. Now, how do you know if you're starseed? If you came here by choice. First off, you resonate with that. You chose this shit. Sometimes you ask yourself, man, why the fuck did I choose this dumbass shit? What in the fuck was I thinking? You ask yourself about it. Sometimes you even know, like, man, I ain't really even want to come. I just fucked up. Some of y'all, listen, some of y'all have come here to fight on contract. You didn't even want to come. But you had already fucked up in the world that you're from, and this was sort of like a deal for you to be free. You're like, man, fuck it. I'll go down there, man. Some of y'all so tapped in, you close your eyes, you can see yourself. Right? And some of y'all was ready to come. You are connected to a soul that has been trapped and you wanted to come. Now, I told you How do you know if you're a star seed, right? I told you. Star seeds are a member of the Galactic Federation. As a star seed, you can go outside any given night, look up at the sky, and you'll see the ships. You'll see the starships cloaked in darkness. One star at the top, two at the bottom, pyramid. You'll see that shit over your house like it ain't nothing. You'll see it floating right in front of you. You'll even see the stars start to move. And they show themselves to you to let you know you are not alone. We are here. We're watching you. You good. That's why you got that connection to that. How else do you know you're a star seed? I told you. You came here to break the illusion. As a star seed, you do not fit in. That doesn't mean you're not popular. That doesn't mean you ain't handsome. You ain't beautiful. You ain't sexy, whatever. But you just don't fit in the groups. You the coolest motherfucker. You set the trends. People copy your style, everything, but you just don't fit in with groups. Every time you try to fit in with a group, shit goes left. So and you fall out. And this is because you didn't come here to fit in. You came here to rewrite, to recode reality, to break the illusion. So of course, you're not going to fit in with the illusion. Let me say that again. You came here to break the illusion, chosen one. So of course, you have never been able to fit into the illusion. As a star seed, people copy you. Even the people that hate you. You can go buy some types of shoes or go get a car. Next thing you know, somebody gonna be trying to do the same shit. People copy you. I just told you, you came here to rewrite reality. So every time you see a motherfucker copying you, just know you're doing your job. See, I used to get so mad when I kept going through all these bans on TikTok. Last year, TikTok banned me like 5 times in 1 month. Right? They kept taking all my pages. And I used to get so mad because, like, really, if TikTok ain't banned me, I'd be at like 500,000-600,000 followers right now on TikTok, right? But fuck the followers, man. I always want to have more dollars than followers. I don't care about followers. Fuck that shit, right? But I'm just showing you how they have attacked me on this internet for speaking the truth that I bring. But I used to get so mad when I would see these creators who would see my pages go down and then start trying to take my image and do what I do, you know, because they got more followers than me. And, you know, it's weird, right? But then I realized, like, I came here to rewrite the code. When motherfuckers start copying me and I'm seeing myself all over the internet and these niggas, that means I'm doing my job. See, what they don't understand is it's about your energetic signature. You can steal my image, but you still just pushing my energetic signature out there. When you use my delivery, when you talk about what I talk about, when you look and try to be like me, move like me, you're pushing my energetic signature. It's all good. I ain't tripping. But they used to make me mad. See, chosen one, you had a lot of people in your life who copied you, who took your style, who did the things that you did and tried to do it better than you. And it used to piss you off. But now you understand why this always happens? Because you came here to rewrite the code. That means you done it. You did it. You rewrote the code. So next time you see a motherfucker doing what you do and copy you, you gotta be like, damn, boy, I be writing the hell out of this code. You gotta sit back and appreciate it. That means you're winning. That means you're doing your job, what you came here to do. That energetic signature is floating through this motherfucker. How else do you know if you're a star seed? Unlike the sleeping giants who have been trapped here and they've fallen into human conditioning, you're the opposite. As a star seed, for a lot of you, this is your first time on Earth. This is why you could never understand Earth. It's ghetto. You don't understand human beings. You've never resonated with actually being a human being. What's up, Jay? You've never resonated with actually being a human being. You've probably always felt like, bro, it's no way I'm a human, bro. Because I'm not like these motherfuckers. In fact, in order for you to survive in certain situations, you had to lower your vibration and do human shit. And sometimes that was hard for you. You probably never really wanted to be a fighter. You probably can fight good as hell now, but in the beginning, you ain't want to fight. That ain't your nature. As a star seed, you never resonated with the feeling of being a human. You probably caught yourself looking at your hands, looking in the mirror like, man, what the fuck is this? Looking at people. It's because it's your first time being a human being, chosen one. It's your first time. And it's a reason why it's your first time. It's done by design. We needed you to be your first time. And I'm gonna tell you why. How else do you know though? As a star seed, you know how you know it's your first time? You never believed in none of this shit. Like you seen through the school shit, you seen through the 9 to 5 shit, you see through this shit. You seen through the religion. As a kid, you was that one kid. It's time to go to church. Mom, I don't want to go to church. It used to feel so good for you to stay home when everybody went to church. You just seen through this shit, man. As a star seed, how else do you know if you're a star seed? You knew how this reality operated without knowing anything about quantum physics. You knew that this shit was just popping up. Something just told you that reality be just popping up. And you knew it was rendering without knowing anything about quantum mechanics. And what I mean is, you probably had a time or a situation where you were looking for the remote or looking for some keys or something, right? And you look under the couch and it ain't under there. And then you go back and look under there again, and then the remote sitting right there, and you like, man, that shit was not just right there. I know that shit just popped up. I know that shit popped up. You knew that reality collapsed to your observation before you knew. I see y'all resonating in the chat. I see y'all resonating in the chat. How else do you know if you're a star seed? Right? You talking about the whole time I thought I was a jokester spirit. You still may be a jokester. How else do you know if you're a star seed? Because you've been in spiritual warfare your whole life, chosen one. We're like the sleeping giant, they're awakening and cost them something. You've been in spiritual warfare your whole life. I told you, your enemies ain't human beings. Your enemies are not people. Your enemies are entities that control people. Your enemies are entities who feed on your energy and send intrusive thoughts. Your enemies are people are entities who create low frequency loops. They knew who you were when you came in. Like I said, you knew you was gonna get in that weird dysfunctional family. You knew all that shit. So what is spiritual warfare for the star seed? Growing up in a dysfunctional home. A home that's either hindered by death, somebody dying, or broken apart by somebody going to jail, or broken apart by people fighting, drug use. You grew up in that shit. Parents separated. What else? You lost stability at a very young age. As a star seed, you've lost stability at a very young age, meaning somebody that held things together for you died at a young age, or at a point where you really needed somebody. It doesn't necessarily have to be a young age, but it could have been at a point where you really had needed a support system. Nobody was there. What else is spiritual warfare for the star seed? Being purposely led down paths that are meant to destroy you. You don't understand this, but the archons send a lot of I tell you, try to get you caught up in low frequency loops. There's a lot of low frequency situations and people who came and led you down paths that were meant to destroy you. When you joined that game, it was archon shit. Sent that path in front of you. Sent you down the path of the streets and gangs and shit. Shit was supposed to kill you. You ain't supposed to be here right now. That shit supposed to took you out. When you was laying down that path of using drugs, people introducing you to drugs at a very young age. That shit was supposed to take you out. When you was laying down the path of sex, being introduced to sex at a very young age. You ain't supposed to be STD free right now. This shit was supposed to kill you. Somebody say it almost did. I bet. Man, you ain't know you been in spiritual warfare your whole fucking life. Since you was a child, my nigga, you been fighting this shit. You ain't even know it. Now, you understand why you've been heavily attacked, chosen one. Le phoque m'a poussé, le phoque m'a poussé, le phoque m'a poussé. What is that? Le phoque m'a poussé, le phoque m'a poussé. What the hell is that, bro? That is a weird gift, man. How did that even come up? TikTok. I don't want no gift that's talking in the middle of my shit. I'm gonna have to turn that off. So, but thank you for the gift, yo. I appreciate it. But that shit was crazy, right? You're a little slutty mingy. You're a little slutty mingy. Hold on. You mean you're so big and stinky and smelly, cause you're a little slutty mingy. Hold on, chat. They start doing anything. See, look, this how you gotta know that the shit I'm telling you is the sauce. I ain't never seen a gift that come up like that. On TikTok, they start trying to do any fucking thing to disrupt this shit. Somebody said, thank you, I'm sleeping better since finding you. They try to do anything to disrupt this motherfucker, right? I ain't never seen that. But anyway, I must was about to say something that was going to hit you in your goddamn chest. But Starseed, man, you been fighting this shit. You been fighting this shit your whole life, bro. Now, why is this your first time on Earth? Right? Because you just came from a higher dimension. And this is why, as a star seed, it's been hard for you, chosen one, to do bad things. And when I say bad things, like it's hard for you to do people wrong. It's hard for you to be cold. Like you ain't just wake up cold one day. The world has turned you into the cold being that you are, right? Into the world has made you be able to be the way that you are now. But it wasn't easy, and that's because that's not in your nature. You're a high vibrational entity. But you had to do what you had to do, which we know we had to. We know you could. We knew you was gonna get the hang of it, because one thing about it, you ain't gonna let a motherfucker just keep doing anything to you. So you got the hang of this shit down here on Earth. But why is this your first time uh tapped in as a star seed, right? Why is your first time incarnating as a human being? Because the fact that you just came from the higher dimensions, you carry a light. You ever heard somebody say, "This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine." You carry a light, chosen one. And that light is on you because you just came from the higher dimensions. So you just being born automatically uplifts the code or uplifts the frequency of the planet. And once the frequency is lifted, the veil is broken. The simulation starts to glitch. And once the simulation starts to glitch, we can see the code in real time. And this is why everybody in this bitch can see. We in the fucking matrix. You can see the shit now. Like never before. And this is why all the star seeds came at the same time. It's why everybody been being born in the last 50, 60 years are star seeds. Your grandma, your granddaddy. You know, a lot of these motherfuckers, these are people who have been reincarnated and reincarnated. And once you can see the code, you can't deny this shit. You can't deny this shit, brother. You can't deny it. See, that's why you carry a light that makes motherfuckers. There's something about you when people see you, they just like, or, you know, people start, you got that light. That's why I don't never dim your light, bro. You came here with that light for a reason. Now you understand the light. It's because you just came from the higher dimensions. You just came from level 12, 11, 10, all them type of dimensions. High up. And your light activates motherfuckers' demons. Somebody say, I remember. 111's in the chat if you're starting to remember what's going on. Businesses get busy as a motherfucker when you walk through that bitch. Yes, sir. I see y'all saying y'all remembering. Let's do it. Shout out to the star seeds. It wasn't easy, but you did it. And because you were born, the frequency has lifted. And now the sleeping giants, they gotta see it. They're remembering. They're waking up. They're starting to remember this shit ain't the real deal. I'm not a human. This ain't the end. They're starting to remember this shit. Shout out to the sleeping giants. They're online. The star seeds are online. Let's talk about this next group. The next group of souls are called the reminders. Now, this is kind of the category that I fall into. And these are souls who have been equipped with special knowledge to come back and get that knowledge out there. These are vessels that are connected directly to the ether. You come out the ether. And you're here to give downloads and knowledge. Now, a lot of y'all are reminders. And I need you to hear this. If you are someone who is getting knowledge from the ether, if you are someone who gets these downloads, these revelations, these thoughts, you better get your ass on the internet and start doing what you came to do. This is why your life ain't winning right now, because you're not doing your purpose. You're not doing your purpose. It doesn't matter if it's one or two people that watch your videos. It don't matter if you get paid for this shit. It don't matter if you don't make a dime off this shit. You have to drop your downloads on these platforms. This is how we fight in the war. I don't give a fuck. You gotta drop that shit. Because, and listen, it's gonna sustain your life. If you are a reminder, what you get and what you put out there, it's gonna find the people it needs to. It's already set up for you to be this way. It's already set up. So if you are someone who has access to knowledge and you've always had access, you are someone where people like, how do you know that shit, bro? When you see these little kids that be up there and they be talking on the internet now and they be knowing all this shit and people like, yo, how the fuck they know? And they telling you all, they're reminders. They're tapped in. They came here to do exactly what they're doing. Shout out to those mothers that's putting those little kids out there that's tapped in like that. Shout out to those fathers that's supporting and putting those kids out there and encouraging them to do their purpose. Yo, if you're getting that knowledge out of the ether, I suggest and I recommend that you start giving it out today. That's why you came here. And I promise you, you'll start to see your life go up. Man, shout out to the reminders, man. Everybody that I do, all the people that's out here pushing and remembering who they are and tapped in with that ether, tapped in with the Akash, and giving out that information boldly and courageously. That is not an easy thing to do, to get up here and do what we do. Because it comes with a lot. It comes with a lot of people talking shit. It comes with a lot of people saying you ain't gonna be successful. It comes with a lot of people saying you in psychosis. You don't know what the fuck going on. You're crazy. So what? Yeah, reminder. When you start to do this, when you start to drop your truth and what you're hearing on this net for the collective, you are gonna have people that's gonna change up on you. You are going to have people that tell you, you need to get a job. You need to stick to your job. You are going to have people that tell you, yo, what the fuck wrong with you? You losing your mind. But that's a confirmation that you're doing your job. Remember, this is spiritual warfare. This thing ain't a walk in the park. When you start doing what you're supposed to do, they going to attack you because they don't want that shit out. They going to attack you because they don't want you walking in your purpose. And the attacks don't have to be a punch. It could be something like you and your husband getting into it, or you and your wife getting into it. It could be something like your friends saying, yo, bro, I don't want to be around you on some weird shit. It could be it could be somebody in the comments telling you you're fucking crazy. Understand, man, when you're doing your purpose, that shit, that hate is confirmation. That's why they tell you if you ain't got no haters, you ain't doing something right. That hate is confirmation that you're walking in your purpose. Remember, they hated the Christ. So, reminders. Do what you came here to do, man. Stop letting things hold you back. And I guarantee you your life will shift if you dedicate yourself to your purpose. It's a reason why you're gaining all of that knowledge. It's a reason why you already knew this shit I'm talking about. It's a reason why as soon as you heard what I'm talking about, you was like, yup, that's truth. I already tapped in with that. It's a reason why you already know, Chosen. One 11's in the chat. 111's in the chat. Somebody say, how do I find my purpose? Go within. You find your purpose by stop looking for your purpose and fix yourself. Your purpose gonna find you. You're gonna walk into it. I promise you, every time. If you're looking for a purpose, if you're trying to figure out what that is, go within and fix the things about yourself that you don't like. Shout out to the collective of souls, man. Yo, listen. We in this spiritual war, yo. Facebook, what's up, man? I appreciate y'all rocking with me on this one, right? Same thing with TikTok and YouTube. We're in this spiritual war, and you know, your awareness is your armor. Your perception is your sword. Your belief, that's a deadly weapon. Right? Your awareness is your armor. Your perception is your sword. And your belief is something incredible. As long as you are aware of the things around you and how you feel, your emotions, how you're thinking, you got armor on. Can't nothing penetrate you. As long as you perceive the world and how you perceive it and not what everybody else is trying to put on your perception. As long as you see this world for what it is and what that is to you, that's going to always make you to fight off any lie that they try to put in your face. Anytime they try to tell you the world is this, the world is that, as long as you see what you see, you're going to always be able to fight that shit. And as long as you can control what you believe in, and you believe in yourself, they'll never, ever be able to conquer you. This is how we got to move through this life. $111's in the chat if you're ready for war. 111's in the chat if you understand the assignment. If you understand the assignment, drop a 111 on me, man. If you know how to fight this battle, if you know how to keep them parasites off you, drop that 111. Somebody said we are more than conquerors. What I said was, sweetheart, I don't know if you heard me, but if you control your belief, you'll never be conquered. We are definitely more than conquerors. We are consciousness. So, let's tap in. El Jodor, anybody with L in front of their name, man, I don't take you serious, man. I know you a fucking one of those clown cult niggas. When I see you in my chat, L anything, I know you one of them niggas with that clown tattoo. Shut your bitch ass up, man. I just know y'all niggas energy, man. Y'all cult members and shit. They be doing the clown shit and all that shit. Shut your joking ass up, you fucking trickster. They love to trick you. Goddamn tricksters, man. So, chat, let's tap in, right? Let's go. 10 rules to navigate this matrix. After we go over these 10 rules, I'm going to let y'all up out of here, man. Class dismissed. Now, guys, these are 10 rules that you should implement into your life. When you are moving through this simulation, these 10 rules will make life easier for you. All right? If you stick to these and implement these in your life, you will be a winner. Right? You will be a winner. So let's tap in. Number 1, everything is the matrix. Every thought, every action, every experience is a part of a coded system. When you come to this understanding, you have unlocked the first layer of awareness. There is nothing random. So, right now, you might be going through relationship issues with a bitch, with a dude, with somebody who's not grateful for you, whatever, right? That's not random. Understand you are being tested. Every situation that you are in right now, it is not a random situation. Stop, think, and see. Observe. You'll see it. Tap in. You will see it. All right, there is nothing random. Every person that you meet, it's not random. You got to start looking at it like that. You got to start looking at it like you're walking through a simulation. Only thing different is now we have the ability to direct and control the simulation. All right, you're unlocked now. Number two, energy is the currency here. This shit is not the currency, chat. Energy is the currency. This is your energy in physical form. Let's talk about it, right? Your attention, your focus, and emotions and action are all energy. Listen to this. Your attention, your focus, your emotions, your action, it's all energy. The matrix pulls from your energy. So protect it like it's your most valuable resource. Guys, the best thing you can do in this life is protect your energy. Everything is energy, bro. And that's why people want to take it. People want to harvest it. Stop giving motherfuckers your energy. I love you back, Nana. Stop giving people your energy, bro. This money shit, this energy, bro. Literally, it's energy. How is this energy? Because you get this from action. You go to work, bust your ass, and then at the end of the week, you get a check. That's energy. This is alchemized energy into the physical, transmuted energy into the physical. Your energy comes in the physical, it can look like this. Yes, your job is harnessing your energy. Let's talk about that. That's a good question. Somebody said, so is my job stealing my energy? Guys, let's talk about it. First off, money. First off, you gotta understand this, right? You are the one generating your reality. You are the one generating your reality. And everything in your reality, from these phones to the fucking TV to the floor to a piece of crumb to a bird, is all connected to your energy. It is all your energy projecting. All right, everything outside of you is a projection. Okay? Money is energy. Now, in this life, everything that you do requires energy. This is why when you go drive, you be tired after you drive. Right? The car need to be charged up. It takes energy to move. Everything is your energy. Right? Now, money. Money is your physical energy that has been brought into the physical. Right? Money is your energy in physical form. So, this is why you have to work or take action to make money. How do you really make money? Right? How do you really make money? In the simulation, to make money, you got to understand what money is. Money is energy. Now, how do you access this energy? How do you transmute this energy? You got to do alchemy. Every time you make money, you're doing alchemy. So you got to start looking at working and all that shit you're doing. It's a form of alchemy. Because you're taking your energy and you're transforming it into money. Now, there's a lot of ways you can do it. You can work for it, but that's like the worst way to do it. In fact, when you work for other people, what you don't understand, what you're doing is you're alchemizing. People are using you to alchemize their profits. So when you decide to work for somebody, that's why you should only work for your family, like your business, or somebody that is like y'all building something together. You shouldn't just go out here and get a job and work for other people because they're harnessing your intention and action, and that's why they're billionaires and millionaires, and you walking away with scraps and shit, right? Because they're harnessing your energy. All right, they're harvesting you, and that's why they walk around with the millions and you walk around with the chicken biscuit from Popeyes. Now, you gotta understand how this works. And then you'll understand that it's so easy to make money. It's not hard, it's just all about how you see money. Right? First, they fucked your perception of money. You thought this was just some paper. This is the reason why they print it out and it never runs out. Right? This is why they always can print it out and never runs out, because it's just energy. It's not real. That's why they just printing the shit. So I'm just making you see how the physical go with the spiritual. Now, how do you make money? What's the formula to alchemize energy into money? So if you want to do money alchemy, the way that you do it is intention and action. All right? Your intention and action is how you make money. It's just that simple. For example, think about your job. When you needed a job, when you needed money, you said, yo, how am I going to get this money? Right? You probably thought about scamming. You probably thought about selling some dope. You might have thought about selling some, right? It's like, no, I'm playing. But you was like, no, I can't do none of that. So I'm going to just go get me a job. I don't want to do none of that stuff. I don't want to go to jail. Let me go get a job. And then some of you just thought job because you've been programmed to think job. Right? So you say, yo, I need money. I'll get a job. That's intention right there. You are looking for a job because you want to make money. And then what'd you do? You got on the computer and you start doing hella applications. That's action. So your intention and action got you a call from the job. Yo, we want to call you, want to take you in for an interview. All right. What'd you do? You set the intention. I'm going to go to this job. I'm going to get this motherfucker. So you dressed up. You went to the interview with the intention of getting the job because you need money. And so you took the steps, the action. You went to the job. You went to the interview. Sat down, you had the interview, you got it. We're going to start you off Monday, $20 an hour. Every day you go to work, what are you going to work with? Intention of what? Making fucking money. Nobody goes to work with the... Some of y'all go to work for y'all side bitch or y'all side nigga. Oh, I can't wait to see that nigga at work, right? But majority of y'all is going to work because you want money. You don't want to be in that motherfucker. You need some money, right? So every day you go to work, right? You're going with the intention and you're doing the action and it's turning into money. Guys, let me tell you this, right? When you realize that there are millionaires and billionaires out here making millions and billions of dollars with the same intentions and action that you're using to make crumbs, you can see why the Matrix is fun. You can see why it's fun to have an understanding of this shit when everybody else doesn't. You could literally be doing the same shit. So you gotta understand, bro, with this energy shit, right? And look, I've done this on every level. When I was a kid, I used intention and action by selling candy at school to get everything I need. Right? I did this. Bro, some of these people are so weird. Like, imagine a nigga waking up early in the morning. First thing they do is grab their phone and see if I'm live so they can come in the chat and spam, I work for Israel. Imagine that, man. First thing in the morning, nigga wake up, grab their phone, see if Jay on so he can go in the chat and say he works for Israel. And keep spamming it. This shit be funny as hell. And you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy, chat? What they really don't understand is I'm really a hood nigga. I'm really from the hood. Like, nigga, I don't work for Israel. Fuck, nigga. Fuck wrong with you? They really don't get it. They are so surprised. They ain't never seen a nigga like me. You know what I'm saying? They ain't never seen a nigga from the trenches that can speak so good. They ain't never seen that type of shit. They don't know. This nigga gotta be CIA. This nigga gotta be working for Israel. This nigga gotta be. You know they don't think that we got this type of shit in us, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it just fucks them up so bad. And that shit be funny as hell. It shit be funny as hell. Nigga wake up every day and spam he works for Israel in my chat on YouTube. Shit crazy as fuck. Nigga, I don't work for no goddamn Israel, man. The fuck? I'm a nigga, bro. You know I don't work for the government. They don't fuck with me. They been trying to sauce my ass. All right. Anyway. Intention and action is all it requires, man. Right? Intention and action. That's how you make money in the Matrix. This is what you got to remember. It goes like this. You need energy to manifest. In order to have things in this world, you have to pull it into this reality. And how by doing that is manifestation. In order for you to manifest things, you need your energy. That means you have to protect your emotions. You have to protect how you feel. You have to protect your energy at all times. You see what I'm saying? You gotta protect your energy. All right, and this takes us to rule number 3. Rule number 3, observe and don't react. All right, a soul must watch the simulation without fully reacting to every loop or trigger. This is how you gain control over your reality. Yo, sometimes it's best not to give people reactions in your life, in your personal life. Sometimes it's best just not to say shit and just let people do what they do and just see them and just watch them. You got people out here who are living to get a reaction out of you. They love to get a reaction out of you. They live for it, chosen one. Right? They live for it. And you got to be able to see that. See, the name of this game is energy siphoning, energy harvesting, energy conservation, energy manipulation, and energy protection. The soul that understands how to do all 5 of these, right? The soul that understands how to do all 5 of these things, chosen one, this is the soul that is going to win in life. Right? Hold on, child. We got a lot of people hating and stuff, man, on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of these niggas in here mad. Talking about I'm doing something for financial gain. Let me say this real quick, right? Somebody said, yo, you doing this for financial gain, right? I'm not. I didn't think about making money on the internet when I started talking about this shit. I just happened to get money off this shit, right? It just worked like that for me. My intentions were to, and I'm not explaining myself, but my intentions when I hopped on the internet was to, one, make sure I wasn't losing my motherfucking mind, like I wasn't crazy, to see if there was anybody out there that was going through what I was going through. and two, to inform people of what I was seeing. Um, and it just so happened that so many people all over the world have been going through the same shit that I was going through, right? But look, what if I was doing this for financial gain, right? What if I was helping people remember and making videos for financial gain? Why is that a problem? Why is it a problem that I choose to help motherfuckers to make money rather than go work for the white man? Or go work for a motherfucker that don't give a fuck about me? Why is that a problem? You feel what I'm saying? Why is it a problem that I ain't up here promoting bullshit? Why do when people see motherfuckers doing shit that's spiritual or what they think is spiritual or think is good for others, why do they feel like you gotta do that shit for free? Why? But a nigga can go play football for millions and millions of dollars and nobody see nothing wrong with that shit. I don't understand this world. Why do you guys feel like someone that gets up first thing in the morning to bring people motivation, to bring people clarity in a world of unclear pathways, why do you feel like I should just not get paid for it? That's weird as fuck, gang. What the fuck wrong with you niggas? But if I was up here in a Popeyes making chicken sandwiches early this morning, a motherfucker wouldn't have a problem with that. If I was up here trying to rap, a motherfucker wouldn't be in the chat hating. If I was up here promoting some dumb shit, a motherfucker wouldn't be in the chat hating. But because I'm up here speaking out on how to see and maneuver through this reality, it's a problem that I get money off this shit. It's a problem I get money off helping people. You niggas is bitches, bro. Real talk, bro. Y'all motherfuckers is some hoes. Y'all weird. Y'all gotta be with the ops. Because why shouldn't I get money for helping as many people as I do? Why shouldn't I have to worry about shit out here? I help so many souls on the planet already. Why the fuck should I be struggling? I've earned my right to have money. You feel what I'm saying? Think of everything that I do. My books, when I sell my books change people's lives. Every video that I drop, you look in the comments, nothing but love. Thank you so much. You helped me. You helped me, Jay. So why is it a problem that I'm eating off this shit? Come on, man. I just wanna ask that question. What is the real problem? Why do you think a nigga, what in your fucking mind make you think that motherfuckers should just do things for free just because they helping people? But y'all don't mind putting y'all money in the church tithes and offering when they telling you 10% going to God. Bitch, God don't need your fucking money, bitch. God don't need 10% of what the fuck you make. He can't spend the motherfucking money. So why the fuck y'all ain't questioning that shit? You see what I'm saying? Why the fuck niggas ain't questioning the collection plate? God cannot spend your bitch ass 10% out your check, gang. All right. Anyway, back to it. So, nah, they not sidetracking me, bro. I just really wanted to get that off my chest, man. And you know, sometimes, guys, I gotta keep y'all entertained. And this is the type of shit, you know, you don't want to just be in the classroom all morning, military shit. We gotta talk shit and keep y'all entertained too, bro. That's why y'all love me, man. Certain comments I gotta speak on because it's like, anybody out there that's getting money off this shit, don't feel bad that you charging motherfuckers a fee, bro. Because why the fuck should you help people for free? In a world where people can't even help themselves. In a world that wants to keep people asleep. Anybody that's out there doing things genuinely from the heart to help people, do not feel bad if you collect money. Everything is an energy exchange. I don't know why they feel like because you are spiritual or because you are changing lives that you have to do that for free. Bitch, I need money too. I need money too. I'm in the matrix too, bitch. When I gotta go live in a box because I'm a spiritual nigga, because that's my path. So I gotta be out here homeless. Come on, man, make it make sense. So anybody out there that's getting to their bag, get your money. Get your money first. Get your money first. Stop letting these motherfuckers get in your DMs and talk you to death and don't want to pay shit. Stop letting these motherfuckers get on your sites and talk you to death. Stop doing shit for free. Get your money. Please. All right, so let's tap in. And I ain't charged the motherfucker nothing in here. But if you need me and you need my personal service, it does cost, motherfucker. This is the sauce. You can't go to Walmart and walk out with apples and shit and they grow on trees. This shit I'm talking to you, you can't find this in a book, bitch. All right, so let's tap in, right? Like I said, number 3, observe but don't react. Listen, you got people in your life who have been put directly in your personal life. I'm talking about your personal life. This could be your mom, your girlfriend, your brother. You got people in your personal life who are literally in your life only to keep you in a low vibration, only to keep you reacting to their nonsense. You got to see that. You got to understand that. Right? And you cannot give them the reaction that they're looking for. You got people who purposely do things that you ask them not to do. That is a sign that they are in your life for a reaction. Now, I'm going to tell you the trick to this game. When you react, they siphon your energy. If your energy is siphoned, you cannot manifest. When you don't react, you siphon their energy. All the energy that they put into pissing you the fuck off, right? It becomes yours. Protect your energy, man. This is how you manifest. This is how you manifest in life. Thank you. Thank you. Let's keep going. Number 4, frequency dictates the reality. Everything has a vibration. Love, fear, abundance, scarcity. Align your energy with the frequency that you're trying to resonate with. The matrix responds to resonance. Listen, the matrix responds to resonance. The matrix ain't gonna send you abundance if all you hang around is broke ass niggas. You get in the car and you the one buying everybody McDonald's. Niggas ain't got $5 to their name. You in the wrong car, gang. You is not about to get abundant. You ain't gonna come up with them type of niggas around you. I promise you. You gotta change your environment and the people that you hang around when you're trying to tap in. Guys, this game of life, let me tell you this, and I know a lot of people don't want to say it. If you can't get the right members on your team, it's better off to play this game alone. You can't, this game of life is really meant to play alone. Relationships are cool, but you didn't come here to be married. You didn't come here to be in a relationship. That's something that over time, as you master yourself, you can master a relationship. You don't need to be in a relationship if you haven't mastered shit about yourself. Life is about self. We got to learn how to start playing this game alone. A lot of y'all are losing because of the shit that you got around you. And I'm telling you some real shit. You ain't come here to be married. That's cool. If you can find a person, another person who has mastered themselves on your level, 2 souls together, we can play this game together, baby. You on the same shit I'm on. But that's rare. And a lot of times you don't even have access to that. See, a lot of y'all don't know that a lot of these relationships that come into your life are tests to see, have you mastered something about yourself? A lot of these relationships that you're getting into are tests to see if you have mastered certain things about yourself, chosen ones. So you got to understand that, bro. This game of life is meant to replay by yourself. If you can find somebody to play this game with, that's cool. Right? That's cool. By all means, do you. I'm not against marriage. I'm not against relationships. We all want to play this game with somebody who know what the fuck going on. But you got to know the difference. You got to know when somebody with you and for you, and when somebody is in your life to hold you up and slow you down. Somebody that's with you and for you, it's going to click. Y'all going to be moving at one pace. Somebody who's put in your life to slow you down or to divert your frequency, everything going to clash. You ain't going to be able to do shit right. It's going to always clash. So you got to understand, bro, your frequency dictates reality. A lot of y'all ain't fucked up because you're not disciplined. You ain't fucked up because you ain't consistent. You ain't fucked up because you ain't smart. You fucked up because you got the wrong people around you. You shaking the wrong hands. You making bonds with the wrong people. You want to be abundant, but all you hang around is scarce-minded broke niggas. Make it make sense. Only way I'm be hanging around a nigga that's scarce-minded and broke is if I got a job for him to do. I'm serious. Somebody can say that's judgmental. No, it's not. I understand this game of life. I understand that scarce mindset can rub off on me. I understand that person could start pulling me into the matrix by talking crazy and saying dumb shit. I understand that. So it's not that I think I'm better than niggas. It's just I prefer to hang around niggas who have figured this shit out to a certain extent like me. It's not that I don't respect the trenches or respect the struggle. I came from that. But I don't want to be in the midst of it. I had to figure this shit out to get out of that programming. So frequency dictates reality, bro. Your environment matters. What you see, who you hear, who you around. It all matters because frequency starts up here. That's your mindset. Sometimes you got to play this game by yourself. Number 5, see through the layers. The matrix is multi-layered, right? Love, frequency, the matrix is multi-layered. Learn to decode the illusions, the hidden codes, and agendas. Nothing is ever what it seems. Yo, this matrix is multi-layered, bro. Seriously. It's like this, right? You got a girl or a guy, he keeps saying, man, I love you, baby, I love you. But the energy is saying, I don't really want you for real. I'm just doing some shit. You gotta be able to see through that layer. Fuck what they talking about. I'm looking at the energy. The energy don't lie. Fuck what they talking about. The energy don't lie. I'm gonna say it again. Fuck what they talking about. The energy don't lie. A lot of y'all got people around you. I love you. I love you. I love you. But their energy show you that you really not that guy for them. The energy show you really not that girl. Right? Energy don't lie, bro. See through the layers on this shit. For example, a lot of people will come in my lives and they'll see me and be like, man, I'm out of here. That nigga, he just some hood nigga. He don't know what the fuck going on. Spiritual Chief Keef. Right? Spiritual fucking full extra or some shit, right? Shit they be saying, right? But not understanding, bro, this is way much more than just a hood nigga up here talking about some shit. This is a whole upgrade. If you sit down and see through the layer, you can see what the fuck I really is. Right? You gotta be able to see through this layer. You gotta be able to read. I'm an April baby. You gotta be able to read. Number 6, master the observer effect. Your awareness changes outcomes. The more conscious you are of your environment, timelines, and players, the more you can influence reality. Yo, I can't explain to you how much this is important. You got to start observing everything. You got to start watching everybody because your awareness is key. Your awareness changes outcomes. And what do I mean by that? If I wanted to do something to you and you had no awareness, I could do it. It's so easy. You're sitting up. But the moment you become aware, yo, this nigga Jay trying to do me. Now you can move in a way to change that outcome because your awareness, being aware changes outcomes. Master the observer effect. How do you become aware? By observing, by looking. Somebody said, wow, chilling Willie. Listen, it sounds so simple, but that simple shit be the shit that make you see it. When he say wow, that's because he just seen something. Something just snapped for him. He's, oh shit. Something just snapped for him. You see what I'm saying? That's why I tell y'all this is an upgrade. Number 9, timing is everything. Timing is everything. Yo, stop procrastinating. And I'm going to keep this short and simple. Time don't work how you think it do. Stop procrastinating. You will not get the same results tomorrow that you will get today. I promise you. Stop procrastinating. Listen, timing is everything. Your ideas are portals. You will not get the same result if you put that idea off. You drop it today, it goes viral. You drop it tomorrow, it's mediocre. I promise you. Stop procrastinating. Get your shit done. These ideas literally take you through portals, bro. All right? I love y'all back. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for all the beautiful comments, chat. Number 10, codes and frequencies are tools. The matrix operates in numbers, symbols, and vibration. You gotta learn how to use the universal language. Guys, this reality is coded. It's a coded structure. It's ran on numbers, mathematical equation, and probability. A lot of shit that happens is because it's the probability of it happening is high. A lot of shit that doesn't happen is because the probability is low. You got to start understanding how this probability shit works, and then you can manipulate it. Now, everything is a number. Think about it. How old are you? How tall are you? How much do you weigh? What day was you born on? What time is it? Where do you live? Your address, that's a number. Everything is numbers, man. This number 10 right here. All right? And when you understand the numbers, you get it, man. Damn, Facebook. Damn, phone I went dead on y'all. So, chat, give me 1 second. My phone went dead on Facebook. We on 3 phones. 3 phones with 2 chargers. We got 3 phones, 1 for the book and 1 for TikTok. Come on. All right. So, chat, listen, man, let me tap in. Yo, listen. I appreciate everybody that rocked out with me, man. We've been up here for 2 hours. Um, Anybody who's serious about this information, here's an opportunity to get a jewel that you cannot find nowhere else. This is my viral book. All right, this book is called Decoding the Matrix. Now, this book has changed so many people's lives. And what it does is it gives you access to the coded structure of reality. It gives you all the codes as well as 4 powerful methods to activate these codes. Now, it's a real thing. It literally glitches the system. If you don't got this book, you should get it. Now, this book is highly rare because you got to get it directly from me. If something happens to me, you can't get this book no more. So you need to get this while you can. Now, guys, listen. I'm not saying that anything's gonna happen to me, right? Ain't shit gonna happen to me, but I'm just saying if something was to happen, you won't be able to get this. Now, listen, this book will change your life. It requires an energy exchange of 50 bones, right? Five $10 bills will get you this book, 50 bucks, but it's highly worth it. And so many people all over the world, we've already sold over 25K. I've made over $1 million selling this book by myself, my book. But this book it's in high demand because it will change your life. Now, I'm gonna prove to you that this book actually works. Right? Anybody who's in pain right now, drop a 1 in the chat. All right, this book is called Decoding the Matrix, so y'all can see it. Drop a 1 in the chat. We're gonna take away your pain using the pain code right now. Anybody who's in pain. Guys, you really got to start using these numbers, man. I put this information in books to maximize, for you to maximize your ability in this life, man. You want to get this book, bro. I'm telling you. I highly recommend it. I'm not just saying that because I make money off it. Like, seriously. All right, let's do this pain code. It's going to take the pain out your body, and you're going to see that this is the real deal. So, anybody who's in pain, this is what I want you to do. I want you to close your eyes, focus on the pain. Now, I'm going to count to 3. I'm going to say 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go universe. Give us more power to manifest using this code. After I say that, I'm going to say pain code. Then I'm going to say this code right here, 23 31 443. I'm going to say that code until the pain leaves your body. So once we start to say this code, just keep saying it with me. All right? It's only going to take a minute. All right, let's try it. 1, 2, 3. Universe, give us more power to manifest using this code, pain code. 23 31 443. 23 31 443. 23 31 443. So right now you should be saying this code with me while you focus on your pain, chat. Thank you, my love. 23 31 443. 23 31 443. 23 31 443. 23 31 443. Chat, if this is taking the pain out your body, go ahead and write no pain in the chat. Go ahead and write no pain. If you're still in pain, continue to say it. 23 31 443. 23 31 443. 23 31 443. 23 31 443. I see a lot of y'all writing no pain in the chat. Shout out to everybody that took the pain out their body. Yo, chat, we can't make this up, man. This thing really works. Now, listen, you need to get this book, man. This book is going to help you really shake off, bro. This code book has codes for everything in it. Money codes, health codes, discipline, anxiety, whatever you can think of. It's a code for it in this book. And you should get it. Because if you're playing this game, you might want to have the codes to the game on your device. And so you can use them as you go. Now, this book teaches you 4 powerful ways to activate these codes. And you can do it in different ways, whatever way you want to. Now, this book is $50. But not only when you purchase that book, you know, You're not just gonna get this book by itself. So how do you even get the books? First off, you gotta have $50. Secondly, you gotta have PayPal, Revolut, Cash App, Venmo, Chime, Zelle, or Apple Pay. All right. I make all transactions on this live, meaning we make these transactions right here while I'm live. I send you the books, you receive them, and you let me know that you got them. We do this energy exchange here live. I don't leave until you get your books. Now, what are you gonna get? You're gonna get that book, but not only just that book, you're gonna also get this book. A lot of people ask me, they say, yo, how do you know the things that you know? It's because I've been tapping in with the Akashic Records. You're going to receive this book as well when you get the Matrix book. This book gives you my technique and what I say to tap into the Akashic Records. If you are a reminder soul, if you are somebody out there who accesses and you want to get more tighter into tapping in with the ether, this book is for you. All right. Not only are you going to receive that book, right? You're going to also get this book right here. Right, he said go to the hospital. How wild is he? That's where people kill you. Not only are you gonna get this book, you're gonna get this book right here. This is called Unlocking Your Power with Nature. All right, this book is gonna teach you how to activate your chakras and unlock yourself, unlock your spiritual gifts by sun gazing, moon gazing, grounding yourself to the earth, and doing the ocean ritual. All right, all that information is in this book. You're gonna also get that for free. All right, and last but not least, you're gonna get this book right here for free. This is called Three Love Spells That'll Bring Them Back or Make Them Go. Now, guys, this is a very, very powerful fucking book. All right, and I made this book for those who are constantly being attacked by witches and warlocks with love magic, death magic, and spell magic. This book gives you the access to be able to counteract and make people leave your life. It gives you three powerful spells, and it gives you step by step how to do it. All I ask that you use this responsibly, please. All right, don't use this for selfish gain. Now, like I said, if you want to get these books, you must fit these categories. You must, one, be $50 ready right now to make your exchange here on the internet right now. And two, you got to have PayPal, Revolut, Chime, Venmo, Zelle, or Apple Pay or Cash App. Any one of those, I accept payments from. So if you want to get this book and you $50 ready, drop a one in the chat if you want to get this book. You don't have to buy it right now. You can catch me on another time if you don't got the money. But if you want to get this book right now and you ready, drop a one. Let's see. The Jane Show. DM me your payment method. Trading levels. DM me the payment method you want to use. 33. DM me the payment method that you want to use. You can get all those books. Somebody said they have PayPal. Somebody said they need my Cash App. All right, so YouTube, I'm about to pin my Cash App first on YouTube. All right, DM me on TikTok. TikTok, y'all can DM me. YouTube, I'm about to pin my Cash App and then I'm gonna pin my PayPal. So y'all just give me a second. All right, Niwa, DM me. Let's see. All right, that's the Cash App at the bottom. Ooh. Hold on. All right, the Cash App is pinned. So you can get the Cash App, and then I'm gonna put my PayPal up after she do the Cash App. So let me DM these people on TikTok. And guys, I don't leave until everybody receive their books, man. So don't even trip. So to the lady that's about to do the cash app, make sure you put your email up there, since you can't DM me. All right, you got to put your email up there. Let me know if you got the cash app, sweetheart. Let's go TikTok. Let me get y'all. Can you guys please stay 8 seconds to help support my small Christian clothing brand? All right, TikTok. I'm DMing y'all now. And for the people that's asking me, how do I book a session? Right? Yeah, it's digital. I'm sending it to you right now. For the people who asking me, how do they book a session? If you want to get a one-on-one with me, it's $75 for a 30-minute FaceTime call. All right, all you gotta do is DM me. New Year Styles, I just DM'd you, love. 33. I'm DMing you. 33, I just sent you the PayPal. Triangle, I'm sending you the Apple Pay. The Jane Show, I'm DMing you right now. Thank you, Jane Show. I appreciate that beautiful message. Here's the cash app. What's good, man? All right, Villain, I'm about to DM you now, sweetie. What'd you say? Same photo? It has a photo of like um a stuffed animal holding money or something like that. How can you improve? Just staying tapped in with yourself. You don't necessarily need my book to improve your life. This book is mostly for people who have like understood that life's a simulation and they're at that level of manifestation. They probably have some type of manifestation experience and they already like if you're buying this book, it's because you already kind of know about numbers and shit. This is for people on like a level that's like, but all you need, what's good? All you need for yourself is like, you know what I'm saying? You can just lock in, man. Trust yourself. For sure. You already know, love. Alicia Marie. I just got your cash app. Who is Alicia Marie? Is that okay, Alicia? I'll be sending it to you. As soon as I get done with this phone with my cash apps on, I'll be sending it to you, Alicia. I got it. I got you. Thank you for your purchase, my love. New Year Styles. Check your DM. I DM'd you. You too, love. I appreciate it. All right, I'm about to put the PayPal up here, YouTube. Do the lady that still need my PayPal is still in here? Hey, the Jane Show. Check your DMs. That money code works. I swear to God, it worked. Triangle levels. Oh, what's that? Train trading levels. Okay, yeah, I'm about to give you the PayPal info now. So this the PayPal information. You just gotta put at gmail.com. You got that's the PayPal information that's it won't let me put at gmail.com though. So it's I love you J 1991 at Gmail. That's the PayPal info. Um Velena Mars. I got your payment on Cash App. All right, Mars, I'm sending it to you now. Hey, Sharon Moses, did you find the PayPal? Gratitude. All right, trading levels. I'm sending it to you now. Kadeka, you want the Cash App? I got you, babe. Kadeka, I just sent you the Cash App. Hey, Samuel, I'm sending the email now, bro. Appreciate it. To my lady that ordered on YouTube, I just need give me some time. I got you. Miss Jane Show. So you know where you sent me, where you said you needed my Cash App at, where you messaged me? Go look. It's right there. When you said love your message, long life and prosperity to you, I wrote you back in that message. I gave you the Cash App there. Hey Kadeka, check your DMs. I sent the Cash App. How do you get to them? All you gotta do is just go to this page and click that. Jane Z. Okay, Miss Jane, I just got your Cash App, love. What's your email? Thank you. Miss Jane, I got the Cash App. Send me your email. What's good? And yo, anybody want to tap in with me for a call, man? It's just 75. Michelle Scott, K Decker, I got you. Hold on, chat. I'm about to switch off so I can send these people. All right, let me send these people on Cash App these books. Let me see. All right, Ashley Marie. All right, Ashley Marie from YouTube. I'm sending your books now, love. All right. Um, Ashley, I just sent it to you. Let's see. Who else we got? We got K Deca and we got um, K Deca. I'm sending yours now. All right, K Deca just sent you that. You're welcome, sweetheart. And James, where you at, James?
Do you have animal control en route?
The Jane Show. The Jane Show. Are you still in the chat? I need an email for you. Send me your email in the message. I got the payment. I just need an email. Reminders. Sleeping Giants, Star Seeds, and reminders. No problem, sweetheart. Chad, is there anybody else who want to get this book? You're $50 ready and you want to get this book, drop a 1 in the chat. If you're $50 ready and you want to get this book, drop a 1 in the chat. No, send it to me in the message, Jane. Hold on, I got it. I'll just do it like this. Don't worry about it. All right, Jane. I just sent it to you. What's good, man? I just sent it to you, Jane. What's up, Trent? All right, chat. I think that's everybody, man. My email address is in your messages. I don't want to say it over this live with all these people in here. Check your messages. All right, chat. I'm out of here. The same place where you sent the Cash App, the information, where I sent you the Cash App information. All right, you got the books? All right, cool. Anybody else want to get these books? If not, I'm gone. Thank you, brother. I'm out of here, chat.